but them views, they are amazing.
What I'm talking about ain't behind you at all.
Oh, okay.
What I'm talking about is on your back. It's around your throat. It, we got to see these. We got to see these young men over the summer. We started to see the early stages of them becoming men.
Oh, these little,
and wanting to do their own thing and start to kind of push a little bit to see how far they can go.
Oh yeah, you want that back real quick. You gotta definitely show the captain mentality. And I would say alpha, but I can't say that. So the captain mentality of that, the stature of making sure that they know who's the boss of the house. But yeah, no, they're 5 and 6 year old boys. They're gonna try and see what they can do and push their levels. And you gotta have a cool head. Can't go with the head all the time. But there are times when they did some good old calisthenics to practice and understand that they can't do these things. But listen, we're going to have many stories, many more stories of these young men, all three of them, because actually they're including the group.
Oh yeah,
growing
absolutely.
up together,
absolutely,
and doing stupid things and being sneaky and also being fun and all that's going to happen. So I know it's going to come, but I'm just trying to hold them in and keep them kids as long as possible, so they can make mistakes and have fun. But it's a realm they got to stay in, but they also can't be ordinary where they are.
Listen, man, I have found that the most shock and awe thing that I can do to Asher at this point is when I start coming up to him very quickly, and then I drop to my knees and slide into his face. Like, what are you doing? What? Like, he's just like,
yeah. Because you know what? That's right though, because when you come down to their level, and I've done it all the time, I'll get down, I'll sit down and look eye to eye and go, I want you to hear me. Because that the level of looking up is like, okay, yeah, you're my dad. But when you come down to that view, that's a whole nother, you're down here.
That's one of those, like, again, because I've had to master the no hands techniques. That is one of the techniques right there. You got to get that in. It ain't about being loud. I'm going to be nice and quiet because I need you to listen and focus, because things can go crazy. All that stuff that you like, I'll take it all away, Jack.
Oh,
I ain't got no problem. And get on that level, that's all of a sudden when things start to get real. And look, I could be your best friend, or I could be your worst enemy. It's up for you to make that choice. But I'll let you know, I am an amazing enemy. Like, I mean, I'm an amazing, like, the things that I will do to you, you will, it won't be fun. But again, it's your choice. Enjoy yourself.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, how long we been on this thing, man?
About 38 minutes. Good time.
38 minutes. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool. There's time for me. So, learnings, man. So what I would say is, and I don't care. I've started going to a therapist. So it's my first time where I'm actually going to, on my own, reconnaissance and choice. I'm going to go to a therapist and let's just talk. And I think for me, the learnings have been, man, I've been just playing small in multiple arenas. And you know what? That's done. Like,
How many sessions?
Oh, I've been going for like a month and a half now.
Yep, that's about right. About six sessions when you click, it clicks. In anything.
Man, mine clicked on day one. And like she's good. She's good. But to be able to see that and for her to say things and me be like, man, I think I wrote that in one of those black books that I have on my bookshelf like 3-4 years ago. Right. So to be aware of yourself, but somehow compartmentalize that part that is 100% you. And it's a voice that's there, but you just kind of moving along through your life. And I think about everything we just talked about, from look, death to, government programs, people not having access. And I just want us to realize that we got a preview of this the last 2 years. Everything that we saw when COVID kicked off is what's about to happen again.
Oh, yeah.
For a different reason, right? And people are talking about recession, and I've been sitting there looking at recession saying to myself, you know what? We ain't even going to acknowledge this recession. We're going to say recess is in, because this is the time to come out and play and show what we learned going through COVID. There's nothing else. Think about how many people lost their job, didn't know where money was coming from. We're about to go through the same thing again. People are going to be stressed. People are going to pass away. All these things are going to happen. And I realize, you know what? This is the moment. This is the moment where I just have to be who I am, because not only is it going to benefit me, but it's going to benefit so many other people that maybe don't realize that this is not the worst thing that could happen to you. It actually could be the best thing that ever happened to you. Mm-hmm. And, for all of us, it's just timely that we're coming back at this moment, because we're coming back and other people are going away for various reasons, right? So it's timely. And I think for me, the key learning is you have to find a way to root yourself into that truest part of your voice, and move forward. Because there is and people have heard me say this before, but it's a little bit different now, because I realize I've been telling and asking people to do things that I'm not doing for myself. And we wonder why, okay, well, I wonder why can't I be consistent? Why can't I push forward? And it's because it's hard to be consistent pushing a message through that you're not consistently living yourself. Mm-hmm. And when you're not willing to face yourself and say, look, this is who I really am. These are the things in the way. And once you acknowledge this is who you are, and these are the things in your way, you put yourself in a position of power to now move those things out the way. And these are the learnings that I've had. And I realize in that, because I haven't truly been who I am and living up to my stature and my size, right? Not talking about anything physical, mm-hmm. Right? I can't access my true voice. Yep. I'm working with the skill set of the person that I've created. Mm-hmm. And now that person has said, hey, we've had enough. We need to go, let's go get some help. And there are people that never get to that point of let's go get some help. They end up moving on from this lifetime as somebody totally different. Mm-hmm. Never really being who they were. So those are my learnings, and there's more to come on that, but I think it was an interesting summer, with all that heat and everything. I think there's some things that kind of melted away that gave me the sense of, man, what am I doing? Excuse me. I'm not getting choked up. I actually just I don't know what happened to my voice right now.
The truth comes out.
It's the person that I've created kind of holding on like, no, man, exactly. You ain't gonna do that. We're gonna choke you up. But yeah, there's more to come on that. And it's my personal goal and mission to make sure, not only for myself, but for the people on this podcast, that we're going to be exactly who we know we are. And we're not going to let anybody on here be less than who they actually are. And we know, because we've seen each other with nothing, mm-hmm. with absolutely nothing, but just the shirts on our backs and who we are. And okay, maybe we had 3 or 4 different shirts, but that's besides the point. And I think we owe it to our audience to make sure that they feel not only awareness of who they are, but empowered to be who they are. And then just let the rest work itself out. If you think about it, you can't line up anything in your life truly the way that it should be unless you're aligned with who you are and you embrace that. And I'll jump off the soapbox.
Is that your wrap up as well?
Be a good season. Be a good. This is going to be a good season. We got a lot to talk about. Listen, we're going to go through a journey, another baby journey. We had Sonny last season, right? Yeah. A season and a half ago.
Yeah.
Man, this is about the Missouri's coming through. It's gonna be crazy.
Yep, storming through.
Then we got, we're gonna go through the journey of you finding yourself and pushing us to be better. We're gonna go through the development of myself and my executive coaching that I'm learning and teachings I'm getting from that. We're gonna dig into
a slumlord.
Right. Nah, that's the one thing I said I would never do. And I stand by that. I would not. There's no one. The funny thing is that I know we're wrapping up, but the funny thing is that rents have increased so much across areas that I could have been like, I'm making all that money back tomorrow. But I'm seeing long picture and the market rate is, let's say $1,800. I'm like, realistically, it's probably $1,650. Like, let's not be greedy. Time will play itself out over time because everyone going for that big number is going to get it for a year. And what happens after that year? You're going back in and fixing it up. So lesson that I hope to teach that I've done through the process about what I've learned again. We did a couple years ago about the building out. Now we're going to learn about the re-up, like they say on the pink, the re grand opening of it. And it's gonna be a good season. It's gonna be a season of lots of learnings, lots of sharings. Some amazing guests will be on here. Trying to pull through some big names that we can try to grab on here. Production value is going to be increased. Awareness is going to be pushed up. Y'all going to see us everywhere. So welcome back to the 13th floor. Get ready for the ride of your life.
And that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you all next time.
We still got Fresh Ovation up in this building.
Oh, my bad, man. My bad.
I'm just skirt past my segment. It's okay. We still here.
But so many opportunities for you to drop Fresh Ovation. But you know what, man? You absolutely right, man. Go ahead, man.
I wanted to spice it up at the end, considering the fact that, you made me go first, but then you didn't give that, Coach K wrap up. So I said, let me go ahead and throw some juice.
Yeah. Throw the juice,
on
man.
in that, on into that. But I mean,
the juice loose.
This is definitely something that I've probably talked about in the Fresh Ovations if you go ahead and rewind from episodes past. But two things that definitely resonated in conversation, especially both from BJ and Art. One, count your wins, not your losses. Two, it's not a loss, it's a lesson. And so as long as you are learning something from that quote unquote loss, it really isn't a loss. It's just a chance for you to have a better insight on how you're moving forward. Take those two things and yeah, man, push forward. It's Fresh Ovation, the one and only, baby. Fuego Fresco.
And that was serious. It really is the end of this episode. So, hey, we appreciate y'all. Welcome back. And we're glad to be back. And we will see you all. Oh, that's very important. Our new show schedule will now be every other week. So when you listen to this, don't feel bad the next week when you don't see us. It's by design. We will now be every other week.
It just gives you more time to tell more friends, absorb more of the information, engage with us a little bit more. And so that then when we come back, we've got this community effect just growing and matriculating and becoming virally exactly what it should be up here on the 13th floor, where the furniture isn't always the best, but their views, baby, they are amazing.
That's it for now, folks.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're done here on the 13th floor where the furniture isn't always the best, but the views are
amazing.